In this video we share Medjugorje Visionary Jakov Colo on the loving gaze of Our Lady. We would like to present an interview with Jakov Colo, the youngest of the visionaries. He was born 50 years ago, and from June 25, 1981 to September 12, 1998, Our Lady appeared to him every day. On the last day, Mary announced that she would have an apparition henceforth once a year, on Christmas Day, December 25th. Yakov lives with his wife and 3 children in Mejuhgoria. We talked with him about childhood, apparitions, spiritual growth, but also about his dedicated commitment to helping the poor through the Hands of Mary Association, which took root in Mejuhgoria, and expanded its activity to other parts of Bosnia and Herzegovina as well. Yakov, you are the youngest of the seers. You were 10 years old when the Mother of God appeared to you for the first time. Do you remember how you felt then and how these events influenced your childhood? That's right, I was only 10 at the time when I saw the Mother of God for the first time. Soon after, I became an orphan, which of course was a huge loss because I was still a child. During this time, I felt the loving presence of God close to me. Also Mary supported me with motherly care. I accepted this event as God's will, part of His plan for me. I grew spiritually like any other person. I accepted the messages that Mary was addressing to us, sometimes asking myself if they could be put into practice. From the first meeting with the Mother of God, I accepted her with gratitude and love as my mother, and we all know that we are ready to do anything for our mother. It was very hard at first, but gradually I grew up internally. My work and involvement in the Hands of Mary Association were very encouraging for me. Can you share your experiences with us during the apparitions? What is the most beautiful for you? It is difficult to describe this experience in words because human language is quite limited. Mariana also has similar observations. When we are in the presence of the Mother of God, we are not on earth, but we enter another dimension of reality, as if to heaven. I feel immersed in peace and joy. The most beautiful for me is the sight of Mary's eyes. When I look at them, I see so much love and at the same time feel it in my heart. This look of Our Lady says it all. For example, now many questions come to my mind that I would like to ask Our Lady, but when I see her, their meaning fades, they become redundant, because many things I begin to understand only by looking at her. In her eyes I can read the answers to all the questions I have. Do you see persons other than the Mother of God during the apparition? We used to see Our Lady often in the company of angels. I see Mary in the apparition once a year, at Christmas, and then she comes with baby Jesus in her arms. I have never seen little Jesus himself because he is covered with Mary's mantle. Can you tell us something about your relationship with Father Slavko Barbaric? I don't need to say much about Father Slavko. His person has marked Mejuhgoria so much that his spirit is always alive here. As for my relationship with him, I appreciate that he was present with me. When there were problems, I was able to find support and help in him. Father Slavko not only accompanied us, but was a true friend to us. Can you tell us something about the Hands of Mary Association, which was founded last year, and about your commitment to helping the poor? What are the experiences so far and plans for the future? I had the desire to do more for my sisters and brothers in the parish who are in a difficult situation. I felt that I could be more involved in sharing, in giving myself to others. Our Lady often says in the messages, "Pray and you will be given an understanding of what to do." God touched my heart through the words of our parish priest from Mejuhgoria, a good friend of all parishioners. I went to talk to him about my wishes and he asked me to come over to him in a few weeks. When we met again, he offered me an office for the needy in the parish. I was very happy and set to work. Initially, we dealt with supporting families from the Mejuhgoria parish. Although it happens that this place impresses people coming from outside, as if everyone lives here in prosperity, we have very poor families that need help. First, we had to contact them. We wanted to help them, taking care not to hurt their dignity. Very often, people idealize visionaries, considering us to be walking around the world a few feet above the ground, making no mistakes and spending 24 hours praying on our knees. We are also human, we have our weaknesses and flaws. We choose the path of holiness, but like all of us, we have ups and downs. I would not have believed it if I had not seen with my own eyes the difficult conditions of 30 families of all those most at risk of poverty. There are those whose families' members are starving and have no bread. Meeting these people allows you to get to know them and see that it is often not only about financial aid. A kind look, a handshake, a word of encouragement often mean more to them than an aid package. I have met these people before, but only now, when we have opened our hearts to each other in mutual trust, can I really get to know and understand them. In fact, they help me and give much more than I give them. Thanks to them, I am growing as a human and a Christian. They show me what it means to live in this world, bearing witness to being a Christian through concrete acts of love. With them, I could see how we can be ungrateful to God for everything He gives us, taking for granted what we have and what is ours. We registered the office for the needy at the parish house under the name Mary's Hands. The name was proposed by our parish priest, Father Marinko Sakota, and it is so significant that the Mother of God has always come to us with open arms for so many years. She invites us to come to her, to lead us to Jesus. It seems to me that the time has come to understand that following Jesus and Mary means going with helping hands to brothers and sisters in need. I have testified a lot and will continue to do so, but from now on I have shifted my emphasis to that of doing testimony. How many volunteers do you have? Are you also active outside Mejuhgoria? I worked alone for about 3.5 years. Over time, I saw that I needed helpers. I began to ask the Lord for light and discernment about the next steps I should take. In prayer, I understood that I was to look for volunteers. I had little faith at first. I did not think that 50 volunteers would apply within 20 days. As of today, it is a group of 90 young people who are my great joy. Today, young people are labeled promiscuity and a lack of interest in the needs of others. But the fact is that every young person has a big heart, longing for truth, justice and good. However, they must be shown the right path. We meet regularly every Monday. First, there is a prayer during which we ask God for the gift of peace, good and joy that we can share in our meetings with those in need. We sing a lot and organize charity concerts, also for pilgrims. I like to say that whoever sings prays twice. After praying, we create a plan of our activities for the next week. Each volunteer undertakes to help at least 2 hours a week. At the moment, our activity covers the whole of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Could you summarize Our Lady's wishes for us in a few sentences? I would like to emphasize one thing above all: Our Lady loves each of us. She has been proving this for over 40 years in Mejuhgoria, when she addresses us with the words, "Beloved children." At the end of each apparition, she says, "Thank you for having responded to my call." We should reflect more deeply on the importance of Mary's words to us, "Thank you." If and how did we really follow her calls? She wants us to be happy and to live a close relationship with Jesus. In Him is our salvation, our peace, our joy and love. Our Lady's apparitions in Mejuhgoria are one of the ways by which she wants to lead us to Christ. The most beautiful thing we can do is to open our hearts to Mary, to devote ourselves to her and to entrust our whole life to her. Thank you for supporting my channel. May God bless you and keep you. Our Lady, Queen of Peace, pray for us.